So I don't understand what I'm supposed to say because uh, what am I supposed to talk about?
Yo, let's recap
What?
the pro, bro. Let's recap
I,
episode
I feel
one.
like I'm just gonna go straight to the end.
I
Nah,
know.
No,
That's
that
what
that
I literally said. The first thing we were gonna say in here is I'm just gonna say it really loud, and that's gonna be the beginning, and then you can be like, "Okay, bye, we're done."
like,
bro, this is an
like.
epic ass freaking moment, yo. Episode by episode, we can't get through four
But I'm
episodes of
saying
a
like
quick
when we talk
recap.
about, am I supposed to be like, okay, so we saw Hopper training and we saw
no. You
11.
you're like if when I intro it, you're just speaking to what I intro, and then we gonna move on. We gonna rapid fire all the way.
You already know what it is. Geeked out. It's your boy Chance.
Yo, what up, Geeked Out? It's your favorite Rebel Rook in the building.
It's Doughboy Fresh, aka Fresh Daily, aka DBF Baby. Please say the baby.
You are now tuned in.
2. Geeked Out. Same pod. Same squad.
All right, the real talk starts now. Welcome to Geeked Out. I'm your host, Doughboy Fresh. I got the squad with me. Yeet 3 times, 3 the hard way, plus 1 today.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, introduce yourselves.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Chance. I got my daughter here. Oh, Bristle.
Rebel Rook always in the building. What's up, big bro Chance?
What up? What up? Yeah, say yeah.
Hey, hi, Jessie Lee, hair artist here. Hello, Minnie Chance. How are you? Oh my God, you're so pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I saw a means to realize my potential.
All right, let's get right into it. Today's episode is All Stranger Things 5, Volume 1, The Beginning of the End. Chapter 1, The Crawl. The season opens in November 1983 with a flashback of Will Byers being captured by the Demogorgon and delivered to Vecna, who infects him to create a link to the upside-down hive mind.
Yo, homeboy was Yo, what do they call it? He planted his mustard seed, son. He planted this season one. All right, and for y'all, don't get the visual, because if you saw what happened to Will,
Stop.
yeah,
Oh my God,
right?
I've seen a lot
So,
of things on the internet that I am
yeah,
not liking right
yeah,
now.
the internet a dirty place, but my mind went there too. So I'm right there with them. But he planted a seed, yo, and five seasons later, man, great execution.
I really like how they show you what happened to him in there. I think that was really important. It made sense with all the rest of the tie-ins for later on to just see what he went through in there was pretty neat. That scene with the kid, and I mean obviously the CGI, but him jumping from like the tree to the tree with the Demogorgon like trying to grab him and stuff, like that was pretty cool. I liked the effects and stuff. People were, talking junk about the effects and it not being really Will and it being a kid, but I'm like, what are they supposed to do? Like
Oh, a
he's not a
kid.
kid, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. And I mean, he looked enough like him. I don't think that
Mhm.
there was any I don't think there was anything wrong with that, but that was just my opinion.
So I don't understand what I'm supposed to say because what am I supposed to talk about?
Yo, let's recap the pro, bro. Let's recap episode one.
I feel like I'm just gonna go straight to the end.
I
Nah,
know.
No,
I literally said the first thing we were gonna say in here is I'm just gonna say it really loud, and that's gonna be the beginning, and then you can be like, "Okay, bye, we're done."
Like,
bro,
like,
this is an
like.
epic ass freaking moment, yo. Episode by episode, we can't get through four episodes.
But I'm saying
of a
like when
quick
we talk
recap.
about, am I supposed to be like, okay, so we saw Hopper training and we saw
no.
11.
You're like if when I intro it, you're just speaking to what I intro, and then we gonna move on. We gonna rapid fire all the way through.
Well, the crawl was when it was supposed to be when they did the little secret, like,
Why are we talking about the crow, bro?
because you said the
We're
crawl.
just talking
No,
about
we're not talking about the
all
crow.
he's talking about right now, Chance, is the fact that you got to see what happened to Will in the Upside Down when he got taken on November 3rd. That's all he wants you to
I
speak
didn't
to.
hear that. I heard the crawl.
If you have
The
nothing to
crow.
if you
Is the
have
name
nothing
of
to
the
speak
episode.
about to that, you can just segue us on into the next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
All right.
All right. Present day, fall 1987. Hawkins is militarized and reeling from the season 4 cataclysms. The main group, including the Byers and 11, are back in Hawkins.
See, now what would I say here?
All right, so here you go.
That I
Look.
saw them there.
So now we know that they are there. So this is what's happening now. The buyers and are now living inside, it looks like, the Wheeler house at this moment. Mr. Wheeler is still a grumpy old bastard and he hates all of these children being in his house. And Steve and Robin work at a radio station right now.
And
Dustin
they
got
Mr.
pummeled.
Wheeler, bro.
Dustin got pummeled for wearing his what is it? Hellfire Club t-shirt.
Yes, he did.
We going there so soon?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how far I'm supposed to go.
This is all within that time frame.
Okay, so is this why I say I saw Hopper training and 11 running through the woods?
Because I will tell you when
how the hell?
Hopper's training.
Then why are we talking about Dustin getting beat up?
We're gonna fix these. I have an idea, but not now.
Yo, we started in the kitchen.
See, look, listen, sir. Listen, sir. When we first started, I said I needed structure because I didn't understand. So it's not on that.
I just love how he makes fun of me for never getting it in our group chats, and this dude gets on here live and is the one that doesn't get it, and I just want that to be known now.
So these are clearly Jess segments and Rook, and I'll just piggyback.
But we just watched. How are they just
Because I don't know how to describe what you're talking about.
I'm throwing it underhand right now, baby.
I'm listening.
Knock it out.
Yo, I gotta defend Mr. Wheeler. Chance will get to his portion of the show.
All right, go ahead.
Yo, he's not a grumpy old man. He's statistical. Homeboy clearly had kids just to procreate. He ain't give a fuck. He ain't give not one damn shit. He don't know his daughter's birthday, bro. Yes. Yeah. So he got mad extra kids in his house, and whole extra adult. How the hell do you think he gonna feel? He want to read his paper crunch numbers and eat the bacon that he provides.
He didn't even get none of that bacon.
Damn. I felt for him.
He didn't even get that bacon.
We've all experienced that at some point or another, right? Where we got like that.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say unwanted guests, but
no. But they have stayed for quite some time, and you can tell that they've been there for a long time, and he wants to know when they're leaving.
How do I tell them to get the step in, yo?
Yeah.
When are you leaving?
And since y'all already brought it up, Dustin getting pummeled pissed me off. Because they had dudes that did.
We're not there yet. Apparently, we gotta wait.
Saying?
That's my time.
He said we there. Screw that.
We there.
Listen,
your segment now, son.
Boy, Dustin got beat up.
We would have beat them dudes up in the hallway. It would have never even got to outside. Never got outside.
I think what he did was very selfish. He put that poor Snakey in harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
I know you ain't gonna start that shit right now, Jess.
They killed the snake.
I'm coming for your mans. His punk ass homeboy did not want to step up for him. He didn't even want to step up for himself. Did Steve fight for himself at all when it mattered in Stranger Things through 5 fucking seasons?
Yes.
No.
You should, because I am watching. No, I am watching season 3 right now because they said to go back and watch these specific episodes, and I am watching season 3. And Steve Harrington is a fucking G, and he has been so good in that season.
You got credibility to be calling Steve a G?
Yes, I do.
Where your G pass at?
I do. I have a G pass. It's called a Greek pass. And you know what happened in Greece way back when.
Hey,
so you should.
Y'all ain't got Spartans no more.
Steve hate is just weird, man. It's
so weird.
He picked up for his man.
Nobody cares about Steve.
Dustin too?
This isn't
Dustin for getting beat up, bro.
This isn't the part where we start hating, but we will be there.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
No, I see what you're saying. I see.
What kind of friends are y'all? Y'all gonna blame me for having beef with some fools over a shirt? Fuck all.
Listen, man. With respect to what Dustin is going through, it was reckless and selfish of him to do what he was doing. He took his eye off the ball.
Who?
And
Dustin.
He never took his eye off the ball.
Why? Because he's repping.
Does not mean that
because he's repping the ball. Are you talking about he repping his best friend that died?
No, he is definitely hit the loss of Eddie has hit him very hard.
Yeah, man, he's mourning.
He is grieving. And I think that when people grieve, they do it in different ways.
I know, but
and he's angry. He's very angry, and it has caused, because he's angry, he is overlooking things that he normally as Dustin would not. You can say that. There are things.
He never
It's not
forgot.
about the t-shirt. It's not about any of that. I'm talking about his place in what they're doing right now.
But he never forgot that.
overlooked. No, but he overlooked some stuff that he probably
Did
He was
overlook the mission,
going.
though?
He was going.
That's my question.
He
Did
just stopped to
overlook
say
the mission?
goodbye to his mans real quick.
Because he literally stopped by Homeboy's gravesite and would have been there if he didn't get beat the hell up.
Yeah,
Am I
No,
wrong?
he went there. No, he went there to clean his grave. He did. He's
All right,
just trying to do the best he
would
can.
that have
kid.
intervened with what he was going on if he didn't get beat up?
Nope.
No, he would have been
No.
there.
He would have still
He'd
been
have been
there.
there
He get
anyway.
beat up though, right? Because and this
Because
is why
he
I
wore
say
a shirt.
Hold up, and this is why I
No,
say he
because
took
he
his
put
eye off the ball.
he put that snake in that guy's locker.
Exactly.
Good.
He's poking the bear.
Because they punked him first.
Came and
Listen,
bullied
They
man,
pumped him first.
They did.
In the grand scheme of things, there's a lot more important shit going on than retaliation.
DB, you know somebody try to play you in the city.
No, I don't think so.
We're not talking about real life. We speak.
Oh, yes, we are.
His friends.
No, yes, we are talking
Yes,
about
we
real
are.
life.
DB, we in the Bronx. DB, we in the Bronx right now. Some niggas punk you.
God.
You gonna let it ride?
Of course not. But listen, he had his friends and then he went out by himself and he shouldn't have gone out alone. He had his friends and his friends had his back. And then he went out and did this alone. And then he got his ass whooped.
The boy is grieving. He ain't thinking right.
Listen,
all he did was go to clean
Steve
his
had to
friend's
get over
gravesite.
some, and however, it's time to get over it. Stop crying in the corner. I think while I could reason with Dustin, I also think that he's too smart to be getting into the bullshit that he's getting into.
No, I feel bad
and he's
for
also
Dustin.
not
grieving a friend.
And
feel
he's
bad
also
for him.
not built like that.
That was the closest friend he had.
But he was ready to fight though.
Also not built like
but
that,
he was
right?
ready to fight though. You
Like
saw that.
he's literally trying to look like Eddie right now.
I know, like his hair, the way he's dressed. I mean, the
He's
guy's
going
just
through
trying
it.
to hold on to a piece of him, And I think that probably weighs
And what do
on
we do?
Steve a little bit.
Jess,
'Cause
what do we
Steve
do?
and him were like buddies too, and I think that he doesn't understand it. And I think that Dustin is pushing Steve away on purpose right now and being mean and inciting those parts of Steve that he knows will rile him up on purpose so that they're at odds because he's pushing away anyone else that he cares about because he doesn't want any more of that feeling. And I think we're going to see some shit in this next group of episodes.
But the point I'm making about the point. Hold on, Rook, because I've been waiting for Jess to get going. What I'm trying to say about Dustin is he's hurt, right? What do hurt people do? They hurt themselves. So he's doing shit. He's doing shit on purpose because he's just going through some shit. So he don't give a fuck. He's just like, hurt me then, bro. Like, hurt me, whatever.
No, he wants to get beaten up by them. I think he wanted to on purpose.
Look, man, all I'm going to say is somebody took him under their wing and showed him a different level of friendship that he ain't know existed. All right. And maybe y'all don't know what the fuck that is like, but you lost that motherfucker too. And in the worst of ways, and people don't know. And on top of that, everybody calling him a murderer and a creep.
Yeah, no, he has every right to be pissed.
If y'all did that, if niggas did that shit to Chance, I'll let you know right now I'm scorching earth.
On site, baby.
So it is what it is. Yo, stand up for your boy. And like I said, if y'all beat them dudes up in the freaking hallway, we would have never got outside.
No, I have no problem with Dustin. My problem has always been, I don't think that Steve is being mean to him because he got beat up. That's not how I read that situation. That was all I was trying to comment on. I have no beef with Dustin. He is doing what he needs to do for himself. And it's sad.
Steve on that. I don't think he was beating him. He was being mean to him for being beat up.
Yeah, I think
he didn't understand. And I also think he doesn't understand because he was there before Eddie. You know, and he was Eddie before Eddie, but Eddie took it to another level.
Exactly.
So I don't think he understands that other level.
No.
So he doesn't see what Dustin is going through. So he's also not picking up for Dustin. Like Dustin needs somebody to be there for him in that way right now, and he could have did that.
Two things I want to point out.
Right now they're bickering.
Yeah.
We passed that now. We passed that part where I threw out the
two things that we need to make clear is Eddie, for the better part of season 4, was widely recognized as a coward. Steve is recognized as Steve is recognized as a protector. It's two different things. It's two different energies.
You want to go there now?
No,
this
is fact. This is how it's being written.
My man said he had to get the Eddie slander.
This is how it's being written
now
because y'all talking about their relationships and why y'all think that Eddie and Dustin took it to another level. I don't think that they did.
They
Their
did.
I think
friendship
that was
at a different level,
that was
bro.
a moment in time, like when you guys, like when we were kids and all your friends went away for the summer and you made a new friend. That's what that was.
He joined the
Nah.
whole crew.
Steve is a constant.
He joined the whole
Eddie
crew,
came
DB.
and went.
No, I think he fuck with Eddie a lot more.
He joined the whole
I don't
crew.
think he did.
If my
I don't
friends
think he
go
did.
away
I
and
think
I
it was
join the
two different
set,
kind of
son,
friendships.
I'll rep the set even when my friends come back.
And I think that we'll see later on in the season, volume 2, how they solidify that, how Steve and Dustin get back to where they were day one.
They will.
They will.
They will.
And
I'm not going to say that Eddie wasn't like on some scared boy shit when high times came, but Steve been around for all of this shit. So Steve had a chance to be scared and then man up. Eddie got thrusted into that motherfucker, and what did he do? He still went out like a whole G, ready to die for the squad. Cowards don't do that.
Nope.
I think
that was his redemption arc.
And to top it off, it don't matter if DB sees him as a little coward. The point is, in Dustin's eyes,
to how his character was.
I'm gonna say, but in Dustin's eyes, Eddie was the coolest shit ever. And
I think
they became best friends, and he was like, "Wow, I'm hanging with the rock dude that I thought was a rock star."
I think that their whole setup was definitely the dynamic between Dustin and Eddie was, I think, on more of a brother and friend level, like that, like a deeper meaning. Like, it's not like one friendship is better or stronger than the other, but they're different. Eddie and Dustin were, even though Eddie is older than him, they were on the same playing field to me, with their feelings. They were a lot more similar, I think, in personality. They were very, very close in a lot of ways, I think. When you have Steve to me seems more like a big brother. He is seen not to me as like the hero of a story or whatever, but he's the babysitter. Okay, he's the constant. He is the protector. He's the babysitter.
Can you be both?
But Eddie, I think
big brother and babysitter. Which one was he really to Dustin? Because I don't agree with you on that. I agree with DB that Eddie was written as a coward, but I do not agree that Steve played big brother to Dustin.
How? Did you
not watch season 2 and season 3?
He played a really good friend.
Is bicker and play like
he
brothers.
Played a really good friend.
That's literally what they do.
All right, so I asked you to pick one. Is he big brother or is he babysitter?
I think y'all disdain for Steve is clouding your judgment, right?
My disdain for Steve showed up later.
I didn't care for Eddie's character, but I won't.
I loved Eddie.
Like, I also won't diminish what he brought to season 4. You get what I'm saying?
Know, sir.
I think you guys are now like purposely trying to diminish Steve and what he's done from season 1 all the way to now.
Listen,
I told you in the group chat. I said my disdain for Steve is fresh.
You're upset, Rook, because you think that Steve should have been there for Dustin better.
Because really, fuck what I thought. I acted on that shit. That's why. That's the reason why. Because I've acted on that in the real life. I've acted on that in that element, and I've seen shows where they write that someone acts on that. So I'm waiting to see them write somebody act on it.
They're gonna. It just won't happen until the next season.
I agree.
Until the next.
I agree.
Lucas has been great.
Oh, I love him. Can I go? Can I go now? Listen,
wait, we still on this?
Yes. That's last thing.
All right.
First off,
after this.
First of all, I love this episode because I can't get in. So pause. So that means it's crazy. 2, let it be clear. DB said he doesn't want to diminish Eddie's character, right? But the first time he's ever went off on the pod and actually was said something, he was like, "Let's first off get off that everyone thought Eddie was a coward."
Yep.
That was the first point he made.
Why are you bringing us back?
It's on tape. It's on film.
This is when Eddie was hiding, and even when Eddie, like, his last words, like before, like in the build up to his eventual demise, it was like, "Yo, I need to do this to redeem myself." Why? Why did he need to redeem himself?
He didn't say that
because he was widely regarded as a slacker, as a loser, as a coward.
I didn't see him say that.
I ain't seen nobody talk about him being a loser.
Run the tape back.
Not a loser. Those two things are not the same.
I'm paraphrasing, but this is why he felt he had to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Yo, DB's the most involved in this episode. I like this. we gotta poke the bear.
It's because you can't go for his guy Steve.
Steve, you know
that's not Steve Wilkos, bro.
Can we let's talk about Maxine. Is it time to talk about Max yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let me get the chance part now before you blow a gasket, you know. All right. So as Hopper scouts the Upside Down for Vecna's base, a Demogorgon attacks a military convoy, triggering Will's seizure and connection to the creature, allowing him to see it heading for the Wheeler house, where a portal opens and the monster emerges.
Yeah, there we go. It's my time. So I seen Harper. He was working out and he was getting it in. So how long has it been since last season? A year.
A year's past.
A year.
Yeah. So in a year and a couple of months, Hopper got his hair back, got a full beard, and got fat. So I don't know what training he's doing, but he was training. Then we see 11. We see 11 doing
her beef jerky, bro.
Yeah, we seen 11 doing her thing. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it looked dumb, but we get it. Like for later on, we get why she was doing it. But the training, it just looked dumb.
Same face. She needs to train.
Yeah, but jumping over a damn seesaw, like
she didn't jump over the seesaw.
Okay, she
used it. Like
it didn't do nothing for me. But hey, it served its purpose at the end. But that's the part I knew. So you guys go ahead and tag. Go ahead.
Yo, isn't that episode 4 though? Like I thought we was gonna
Man. No, I think he was talking about the part where she's training and then Hopper goes into the Upside Down.
Yeah, but the Demogorgon coming out
for Holly.
That's coming out at the base. That's episode 4. That's
we didn't say base though.
Yeah, that's Sorcerer, yo. When
that's 4. But
Will's seizure, that's 4.
But we're speaking about the first conflict with the Demogorgon.
With the Demogorgon, he felt the Demogorgon at the playground first. Well, at the
playground, playground
on the
before he goes to the Wheeler house and fuck shit up.
Yeah.
That I knew that was coming, yo. I was like, damn, so ain't going to the crib, yo, because this chick over here swears she talking to some imaginary dude, and it is not.
Let's get right into that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
You want me to say wait? No. Go ahead, Jess. Because Jess is holding on to that one.
I know. Wait. So we've got Karen and her bottle of wine, which I friggin' love. Okay, like she is literally just a drunk. Like she is just drunk. And Holly's in her room screaming. The dad's outside hitting golf balls, and this kid is being like tormented by this Demogorgon. And I'm just like, oh my God, these parents, this poor child, right? But then she goes running in mommy's room and they hide in the bathtub. I loved that scene where they went and they hid in the water.
Yeah, that was fine.
That was cool. But then when they come out swinging and she breaks that wine bottle over the thing and then just starts wailing on it with it, I was like, okay, like drunk, angry Karen, I can get behind. And, a lot of people were saying about her that like, nobody should cheer for her for that. She's an absentee mom. She's drunk the whole show and blah, blah, blah.
What?
And I was like, are you guys kidding me? Because again, I've been watching season 3 over again now after watching this because, the Duffer Brothers were saying to do that. And basically, I was just, really interested in the fact that like there was a whole thing in season 3 where she was helping Nancy, talking to her about how the men at that office were, so horrible to her. And she was trying to teach her, like, tell her that it's going to be okay. And she needs to stand up and continue her story. Like, she's a good mom. Like, she has a lot of really good moments with those kids,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that she's a stay-at-home mother and she drinks a couple bottles of wine kind of seems like the norm for that time period anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like, she's doing her job. It's not like she's just a drunk and like doing nothing and forgetting about the kids and not taking care of them. She's making their meals. She's making sure that everybody's okay. And she's arguing with her husband like a normal woman would do. And then she sat herself in a bottle of wine. Unfortunately for Karen, it just happened to be the day that the Demogorgon showed up. That's not her
fault.
fault.
Can I be a tag team partner real quick?
Yes.
To piggyback that is exactly what it is. We're doing timepiece. It's a period thing.
Yeah.
At that time, mom stayed home. When did she drink those? You'll either drink when the kids are at school and you finish all the shit that you had to do, and she drank at the end of the night when
they're in
everybody's fed, dishes are washed, and you did all that you have to do. And yes, she remembers everyone's fucking birthday, takes care of everything that her absent husband doesn't fucking do. I ain't hear nothing about that shit. Okay? She can't have a goddamn drink, and then drunk, there's no sobering moment. Then hearing your daughter scream and knowing that you got to defend her, even if it's with your life. So she bust that bottle and it hit me in the hardcore feel.
I was like, ooh.
I'm going to defend that lady to everything.
Yes, I freaking love Karen. I've been loving Karen.
So for the listener, if you're keeping count, we've moved on to chapter 2, The Vanishing of, proceed.
Holly Wheeler.
Who they recast?
Yeah.
Well,
it's a good recast.
It was a good recast. That actress Nell, she's great.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yo, she was not talking to Mr. Rogers, yo. Okay. Yo, and something was telling me, I was like, yo, Mr. What's it? Mr. What's it here to help? This don't make no sense.
Bookmark that, Rook. Let me intro that for you right now.
Okay.
Karen's account of Holly's imaginary friend, Mr. Whatsit, a tall man with a vest and pocket watch, reveals he was actually Vecna in his Henry Creel form, trapping Holly in a Creel house illusion.
Son. Yo, all right. So here's what I'm gonna say. One, again, Vecna's whole plan is so damn brilliant. Our years in the making, so brilliant. And later on we'll get into like the reveal. But
no, this is what this is for.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he said it. He was like, yo, he said, Will, you showed me the way. You showed me how this needs to get done.
Oh no, not that reveal. Not
yeah,
that
I'm about to say
you went too far.
So the reveal. So homeboy's preying on her innocence.
Jess is killing me.
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Word, Snipes. You're preying on her innocence, and I was just like, yo, this imaginary friend sounds like someone else. And what easier way to do it than find someone that's a little, a little left out. Fuck, that shit hurt. That shit
Listen,
hurt when
let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all know it was him? Like, I feel like I knew him off rip.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I know if anyone was surprised.
Remember, he was scarier when he wasn't Vecna.
Yeah.
So
but that was probably my least favorite part of Volume 1. Because they try to make it like it was a mystery, but it didn't quite land.
Yeah.
Because it was like the most obvious shit ever. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure the whole audience was like, "It's Vecna."
Yeah.
Mr. What's it? Okay. Shout out to that old though. Damn, we ain't getting to none of these Easter eggs. How much
we getting into those? We getting into those.
Okay, Mr. What's it is A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
And and
that's the book she's reading. It makes sense.
Yeah.
From the D&D to that book and to other things we're going to get into.
And to confirm, the it from A Wrinkle in Time is not the it from Stephen King's novels. So.
No.
Who didn't know that?
Yeah, who didn't know that?
I think there was some confusion about that.
Oh,
I think it was just.
By no means that was a Pennywise.
All right, y'all. Chapter 3, The Turnbow Trap. After learning Will can tap into the hive mind to predict Vecna's targets, the group discovers Derek Turnbow is next and stages a protective kidnapping to hide him and lure the Demogorgon into a controlled barn trap.
Listen, before Jess kills the segment, I'm just going to say that I really like Dustin. He remind me not Dustin. What's his Derek?
Dipshit Derek. Yeah. Of course, you would like dipshit Derek.
He reminded me because he reminded me like a little young Chris Farley.
He was
amazing.
My
God, that kid did such a great job. He did such a great job. The part where he's like meditating with the kids in the bunks and smacking them on the head to get them to go down. Oh my God. I was dying laughing. He was so funny. Also, I was really excited about this episode because we got a lot of things in this Turnbow Trap. You also got to see more of the upside down issue that they were having with Elle and Copper. You also got to see You also got to see what was happening with whatchamacallit, with what Robin and Will having like their little connection of friendship, which I thought was cool. And you get to see Erica again, who I friggin' think is such a funny kid. And she was hysterical in this episode. We finally get to know who Tina is. We finally get to see Tina.
Yeah. Tina Turnbow. Yeah.
Yes, because that was
Tina.
like, I know, it's so great. When she yelled at her about eating the pie, I was like, oh.
I was like, eat the damn cake.
Eat your damn pie. Oh my God. It was so funny. But that whole scene at dinner was great. That episode had a lot of really good stuff in it. I keep getting confused about the fact that when do we get Maxine? Is it the end of that episode that we get Max?
Yeah, it's the end of this episode.
It is.
It's directly then, all the way then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was
Can we just
great,
fast forward there?
We gotta give dipshit Derek a little bit more attention.
Absolutely.
We do, but I just wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing. Because he's mean.
AKA dipshit Derek, AKA delightful Derek.
Yes, I like delightful Derek.
I liked him.
That was
the
so
unexpected
funny.
scene stealer of Stranger Things.
I thought he was cool as fuck.
Word.
He was so funny.
He was like a full-blown turd, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what are your favorite Derek sound bites from the episode? I've got 3 that I absolutely loved. They had me in stitches.
I ain't got nothing memorized.
Ashley Klein is a snitch.
Oh, Ashley Klein is a snitch was really funny. Yep.
The monsters are coming and you're all going to die. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
And then, holy shit, are those laser blasters?
Yo, what did he say to them in the barn, son? In the barn.
He had a couple of the barn. They were hilarious.
Oh my God.
He
told Robin to like suck his fat one or something.
Yo, that was his punchline right there. He said that like 3-4 times in that episode.
Yes,
my fat one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
And then Joyce was trying to have a little heart-to-heart with him. He's like, yeah, sure. He's like, you know who I am? An evil kidnapper.
Yeah, an evil kidnapper.
She's like, you know who my son is? Yeah, Zombie Boy.
Oh my God. Can we talk about Joyce for a second in this?
How we love her?
In this right now? What?
How we love her?
You know.
That's my favorite klepto, by the way.
Oh, I freaking love Winona Ryder, dude. Yeah. I freaking love her.
I was like, you stealing shit? So what?
I didn't care either. I was like, let her make more movies. It's fine.
Word.
That was just me. I love Winona Ryder. Oh, how far she's come. But from the kleptomania. But no, Joyce this season so far has been kind of annoying to me. What? I'm sorry.
Same. I agree.
I
agree.
Oh no, y'all wildin'.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
I'm sorry, but she has been even like, and I get it, she's overprotective mother of her child and whatever. Like, and I get it, she should be that way.
Because you're always gonna be her baby.
But like again, I'm watching season 3 right now, and season 3 Joyce was awesome. Yeah, like when she, meets Murray and like season 3 Joyce was great. I loved her in that season. She was so like strong and inquisitive and like ready to go. Whereas I feel like this season she's been very overly protective and making bad decisions because of how she has been with Will.
That's totally what it is.
So just think she's gonna die.
No.
I don't think she's gonna die, but I think I don't think she's gonna die. But I do think that now. Well, I can't talk about what I think now. We'll hold it there until later.
She was a little cowardice, man. Yeah, so it looked like she wanted to crawl into a hole and wait for everything to be over and just hold on to Will and her kids and just be like, yo. Whenever this is done, it's done. And we'll come out and see what the dust leaves.
Right, which is crazy because she was so strong. You know what I mean?
She did. She did see her boyfriend get killed in front of her.
Man, he was a worthy
but that was in
season
3. She was strong after that.
Yep. That
season 3. She was great.
Her up.
It did. She was like in it.
And that's the whole thing too. Like Will kind of said it to her, like, we gotta act. And I'm like, you don't realize, like, if you don't do anything, that's worse. That's worse than whatever else you're thinking right now. Like, to not act is the worst thing right now. If you want to
This is very
protect
much
it,
wait and
you
see, wait and see.
gotta put skin on the line.
Because she's scared she don't want her baby to die.
All right.
Which I
Yeah,
get.
but
Then you gotta fight for it.
here's my take though. When Will was going through what he was going through, it was all hands on deck, and everybody
Mhm.
laid their life on the line for him, right? No exceptions. She kind of, like, now that the shoe's on the other foot, she's just gotten stagnant. Like,
Mm.
it's like, I'm okay with doing nothing as long as my son is all right,
Yeah,
And I
which
think
I get
even,
as a
yeah,
mother.
and Hopper even kind of like took a jab at her for it, like,
Yeah, yeah.
the bubble wrap, line and stuff. So
hmm
I mean,
Like,
kind of makes
where's
sense though.
Will? I've got 11 out here. Where's Will? He's nowhere. He can
yeah,
help, but where
yeah.
is he? I was like,
I mean, it makes
ooh,
sense as a
shots
parent. It's like,
fired.
I want to keep my kids safe.
Yeah,
Not,
but
but
Yeah.
it can't. It
not in
can't.
this
Not when.
situation.
Yeah, not in this situation. Not when you know the stakes, and
Man,
we all have laid it on the line for you and your family. So
fuck
it's
them,
time to
You
man.
know
return the
there is no
favor.
safe. There's no safe until this is over. So
Yeah.
him staying out of it doesn't do shit. You
Man.
gotta do something.
They should just leave then.
Fact.
They tried that.
Vecna's very deeply intertwined with that right now, son. He can't go nowhere.
Yep. All right.
Go ahead.
Max return. In the Upside Down, Holly is lured away from the Creel House illusion by Max Mayfield, who has been trapped within Vecna's mind since her attack in season 4.
Again, let me get my One Piece off where it just goes crazy. So I was kind of surprised. Like, I in my brain, I was like, this is gonna be Max. But then I didn't think that, so I was kind of shocked, but not really shocked. But it was still a great shock because I wanted to see Max. And, I wanted Max to be back. But then while it was happening, I was like, ooh, is this Vecna though? Is it still like someone fucking with it, like pretending to be someone that it really isn't? But then, as it went on, I said, oh, this is Max.
Yeah. Definitely the thing that I think is really cool, like crazy about this, that we need to touch on within the Max and Holly thing, is that they're both inside Vecna's mind, but Max is in the hospital, right? And her mind is still trapped there because of how she died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? And so Holly is in the Upside Down, but she is in Vecna's mind also.
Yeah.
And she's in the Creel house.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone happen to notice who she kind of looks like and resembles?
Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
No, Alice. Yes, Alice, but not from Alice in Wonderland. She looks. Yes, thank you. Yes, she looks like Alice Creel. And she's in her room and she's playing dress up in all of Alice's clothes. And you don't think that that's not a coincidence, because it isn't. Okay.
I didn't catch that at all.
He brought her there on purpose. She's looking at their family photos. She put her dress on, and it happened to be, she even tried on, if you really looked, she even tried on the dress she was wearing in that photograph that they had. Like, she was in Alice's clothes.
Yeah.
And he's walking her around saying that she was his first pick and that she's his favorite. He is, even though he's doing bad stuff, he is soft on her because he reminds her of his sister, which makes me wonder if that's why. I thought that he didn't care, right? But maybe he did care. And we do know that the play, I don't know if we're talking about this later, but the play on Broadway is canon to this season and to this show. And there are some things in that play that we can talk about that are going to make a lot of that stuff make more sense. You just let me know when you want me to get into that. But Max sends the letter so that she'll come out, right? And he doesn't want her to go into the woods, which obviously is because he doesn't want her to find Max.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like you said, he did favorite her. Clearly she's in his house, being paraded around and stuff like that. But
baking cookies and shit.
We called this though. Did we not discuss Max like traversing the mind of Vecna and us having to like go through that version of the story? Like, we saw this coming. I mean, we're good at what we do, Jess. But I loved it. I loved seeing her escape him and seeing his vulnerability from within his own mind. clearly, you know, there's stuff that he doesn't want to deal with
in that cave. Do you know what that is about?
Yep.
Do you guys know this?
Mm-hmm.
Hit me with it.
I have an inkling. Yeah.
Okay. So
this is the tea leaves.
yes, but apparently in this in the Broadway show, it talks about what happened to Henry as a child. He was not born with these powers. They were given to him, or it happened to him. The thing that happened to Will happened to him. And they're saying that a shadow man of some kind, shadow something, is what did this to him and gave him these powers when he was a kid. This would have been right before his parents moved them to that house, to the Creel house. It's like before that, where they were noticing all of these issues and they thought moving away was going to fix them, right? And then it just got worse. Is because he was starting to figure out and understand the abilities that he had at that point, right?
But it happened to him in the cave, right?
So, but it happened to him in that cave when they were that's where they were before, I guess it's in Nevada, somewhere over there. And so we don't know exactly what happened in there, but that was actually the very first time that Henry was in the Upside Down, not when 11 put him there.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question. Do we think that they're going to have to keep him alive long enough for Max to get out because of her situation?
I worry that Max might not get out.
No, let's talk about it. Max almost got out.
No, she got out.
She did.
She almost got out. She did. The music.
I know, and she hears it. She found
the bubble. And what do we see? The fucking tape stops. He almost got Max back. And I saw her in the hospital, and Lucas holding her hand.
I know.
Like her eyes started to move. Everybody, I don't know if you watched it, but
and the thing was moving more too.
Yo, let's just talk about the love that Lucas has for Max.
Spiking like, yo, I can make it.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the love that Lucas has for Max?
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
How many of y'all gonna stay there with your woman when she ain't coming back and it's been a long time?
And he's still playing that song. You know, he's playing that song, hoping that she's going to hear it and come back. I think that somehow Max is going to get Holly out, and Holly's going to be the one that's going to tell them that she can hear it, and they're gonna try to get her out.
She'll be back.
But I don't know what's happening with that. There's that one scene that keeps circulating though of him like holding on to her and the boombox and hiding from the Demogorgon inside the hospital, and that does not look great. I hope there's other people there.
Should be all right.
But yeah, I think that whole thing is really cool. I like how they showed, big piece from that. I love how they showed, or is that in this one? Is it when she tells Holly how she went from memory to memory?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what Chance just referenced, right? Yeah. How she bounced around in there. Yeah.
She was bouncing around in there, right? So again, back to the play and stuff, when she was in that memory of his, you saw young Joyce, Steve Harrington's dad, and you saw that play paper, and that play paper, Henry Creel was in there. They knew him, right? They knew him. Karen was in there, and what's his name? Wheeler was in there too. All those names were on that paper.
Yeah, they all went to school with him.
Yeah. So there's gonna definitely be some more about that. There's going to be a lot more about that, I think. But the thing that was kind of interesting to me about that whole thing was that, it made me think a little bit about how much Joyce knew Henry and how close were they. And a theory that I have that could be right, could be wrong. It would be kind of funny because it would be very Star Wars of them. But is Henry? Yes, but hear me out. But listen. So how his dad always didn't really like him at all. Like his dad did not like Will. He was always very anti-Will, but yes to Jonathan. But Will, he never really took a lot of claim over and shit. And I wonder if there was like a secret about the paternity of that child, and if Henry was actually Will's dad the whole time.
I thought that too, actually.
But I don't know. I could be wrong.
But not born psycho and born without powers?
He had powers the whole time.
Are we going to get into Are we into the last one now?
He was always weird. Think
Not
about it.
before we get into I think we're alone now.
Oh yeah, Tiffany.
Ah, yes, the Tiffany. I love
Oh,
that. Why
her
did he give her? Why did he give her a boombox and
her,
and
her
her
streams
favorite
don't
song?
her streams don't went out.
Holly was living her best life.
I want to know what she did to get those streams because I know everybody was like, "Hey, play my song, put my song in there." When they saw the Kate Bush effect,
No, but they was going to play classic
but
though. It's period time.
I know, but I wonder who like. There was a whole bunch of people trying to get that.
Oh,
nah,
but in that
that's luck of
time,
the
I
draw.
think
You can't bid for that. That's strictly on the duffers, you know.
Mm.
And
that
Yeah, and
40
they picked that one specifically because it hadn't been used.
and it's also one of the hottest songs of that time. When that song was out, it
Oh
was
yeah.
lit. 80s
Okay.
is
Oh
my
my
time,
God,
bro.
Tiffany! Ah, I loved that song.
Oh yeah. I think we're alone now.
hmm
Yeah, that shit was a banger.
Shit. It's the one hit wonder decade of our lifetime.
Children behave. Love that song.
That's a great song.
Okay. Anyway.
All right, chapter 4, Sorcerer. Driving into the
This is
Upside
it.
Down.
This is why we here.
After tracking the Demogorgon that attacked the barn, the main Hawkins group, Steve, Dustin, Nancy, Jonathan, decide to drive their van that's so wrong. The BMW through a portal into the Upside Down. They hit a
That's so
massive
wrong.
circular organic wall that encircles the lab.
All right. So before we get to the sorcerer itself, because a lot happens before that.
I want to say it.
They crash into this damn organic nasty ass wall and come to the realization that they can't get through it at all. But Chance, you get your moment, right? Because 11, all that training wasn't for nothing, was it?
Nope.
She makes the
What'd
leap.
she do?
She jumped over the building.
She has a great moment with Hopper though. Before that,
Yes.
like how he says, like, "I'm gonna let you do it," and like she's ready, and you kind of feel like she's enthused by him. And when it happens though, you saw her break homeboy neck.
Yep, she was like, "Sorry."
I was actually surprised she did that.
Vibes.
I was like, "Yeah."
You guys weren't surprised she did that?
I don't think she broke his neck. I think she just tossed him. But while we're here, let me
shit.
intro this for y'all since we kind of like transitioned into this.
You look like it was broken me.
Let's let the listener know what we talking about. Hopper and 11 capture a military soldier who reveals the military has a hidden base in the Upside Down led by Dr. K, and that they have imprisoned Vecna there. Hopper and 11 infiltrate the base and find a different test subject, number 8.
Yo, shout out my.
They allegedly think that they have Vecna there.
Wait, shout out my homie Linda Hamilton first. Looking amazing.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I love her.
She's killing.
That was a fun surprise to have her in
Linda
there.
looked like an old war hero.
She looked great. I mean, I thought.
Yeah,
I love.
She will always be Sarah Connor. She looked like a straight out old war hero, and I was about to fight alongside her, but until I realized she's on the wrong side.
Oh yes.
Oh, you should have knew she was on the wrong side.
Okay. So they think that they have Vecna in there. There was something that she said to Hopper when they had their little fight. Dr. K and Hopper, they had that little exchange with the thing. She said something that I didn't catch the first time, which made me think, duh, it's definitely not Vecna. She said, why would you trade one for the other? Why would you trade this one for the other? And I was like, she would never say that about Vecna. I knew right then. I was like, they've got fucking 8 in there, and that's who's messing with her brain. I just knew it. And like right then. But the first time, obviously, I didn't catch it. But the second time, I was knowing what I knew. I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. She's asking him, like, why would he bring? You love her so much. Why would you bring her here and trade her for that one? Like, why are you like? That's right there telling you someone's in there. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, Jess. When you watch these episodes, do you be on White Claw?
No.
Oh, I'm just trying to. I don't catch these shit you be catching. So
I actually caught it a little before that, right? So when one of the soldiers stopped Kay and asked her, like, "Hey, why are you bringing the kids here and using them as bait?" That's when I knew, they don't have Vecna. They're trying to lure them out. So I think it might have been the episode before that, or earlier in this episode,
or earlier. It was earlier in it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
They were in over their heads from the jump. No,
right.
There's no time during this whole first 4 episodes where I thought they had Vecna. No time. They've
No.
been in over their heads.
All right, listen.
You couldn't get 11.
No, you couldn't. Before we jump, because I think DB looked like he ready to jump. I don't know how we skip past this real quick, but as a dad, that scene when Harper's going, he's like, and she sees like the bombs.
Yeah.
And then 11's like, whoa, what are you doing? And having that moment, bro, like I almost lost it. Like I was in the fields, and I was like, shit, I'm about to cry up in here because damn, he about to risk it all like to save her, and that shit is emotional.
You didn't see him pack that shit though.
No,
yeah, he saw it in when he packed it. I watched him.
Word, he said he has enough stuff to start a small battle if he wants to. And I saw him pack the C4, and I said, "Oh, that's the best, nigga. He got that contingency plan. I'm with him. I'm with the shits. I'm ready to cry."
And when he got hit with that knife, he checked it.
Did
you see it when he got hit? He checked it, and I was like, "Oh God, it's in there." So that was close because he could have the whole thing could have.
Did he block?
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know where I was when this was going on. Because when he checked this shit, I thought he was checking it because he wanted to see where he was hit.
But it made so much sense when you got with the sensors that are messing with L's powers. So there's sensors that they have on the tops of their cars and inside the base that mess with 11's powers. And they're coming from 8 inside that room. They've got her hooked up in there. And that's why, because 8 has those kinetic powers where she can mess with your mind and stop that stuff from happening. So that's how they were doing that.
Was that confirmed though?
That's why she was in there. That's
why they had her all plugged up.
That's why they had her in there.
And Hopper went in there and shut the machine
off. They were shooting at her with like sonic waves, like.
Yes, but they found a way to weaponize 8.
They weaponized 8.
11.
They harnessed it from her.
But I didn't.
They were harnessing her like a battery source in there.
That's why they had her plugged up. They had her attached to a whole bunch of shit, and Hopper came out. He had turned off the machine that she's connected to.
Yeah.
And that machine is the same machine that's fucking up L.
Mm-hmm.
See, but that machine they were also using on her.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, because they made reference to that. Like when Elle was doing her thing and say, hey, there's somebody behind that door.
So you think
this is what they're using on her.
So think
that's why they thought it was Vecna, because they was like, yo, it could only be one of us because they're using the same thing that they used on me on them in there
to stop them.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But Vecna's not so weak, yo.
But he is not going anywhere. Vecna is not going anywhere unless he wants to go there. Well, at least now we know, like we had said before, just to go back to last episode that we did when we were talking about predictions and things like that. How many of us in here said 8 was coming back in this season?
Yeah, I think most of us believe
we all said that she was coming back in here.
Chance didn't deny necessarily. He didn't give a fuck.
I know he did not care. I read. He was like, I do not care.
Yeah.
But she was definitely coming back. I think I think it's good that they have her. I think it's going to be cool to see what happens after that. I'm also excited that they have her because that means that we'll get another gruesome death that doesn't have to be one of the core 5 people.
And see, and that crazy ending that y'all wishing for.
Before we move on,
I know.
Because I feel like as Hopper is making it, like he's saying his farewell to Elle, I was one of the, I didn't feel anything. Like it was
what?
It was like, all right, it didn't hit. You know why it didn't hit? Because we hadn't seen it already in season 3.
It hit me. I was like, damn, he really gonna die?
And it goes back to what I'm saying and what we talked about last week in regards to some of these character deaths. Like some of them are not gonna happen because you got your chance, right? You already went through the motions with them. You're not gonna get it again.
I felt this too.
I mean, I didn't feel any feels about it because I was like, yo, they're not gonna kill him.
There you go. You just know.
So I think that there's going to be a death probably that shocks us probably at some point. I don't know who yet, but so now.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
So my thing is, 2 characters like the Wheelers who are pretty inconsequential to the grand scheme of things. They can't even get rid of them. I don't think that they'll go all the way with any of the other majors.
Well, I think that they didn't get rid of them for a specific purpose right now. To me, I think that Vecna is very calculated. Henry is very calculated about his movements and what he's doing.
Yeah, he left them alive on purpose.
He left them alive on purpose, and I think it's because of Holly.
But did he leave them alive, or did they just survive?
I think he left them alive.
He left them alive. Those
Those were some fatal
Demogorgons,
blows, man.
they were, but the Demogorgons, though, like for real, they could have done way more damage. He swiped at her and left her there. He swiped at him and left him there. The Demogorgon had one mission, and it was to get Holly and get her out of there.
I remember the conversation with Holly and Henry. He said
he promised her that they were coming.
All right, he's using them against her.
Yes,
I think, but that's just lip service.
You could only do that if they're alive.
I think their intention was to kill the Wheelers, but they just survived, right? If for
Look
some
at what they did
whatever
on the
reason
military
Nancy
base.
for whatever reason Nancy doesn't get there when she does, they're both dead.
Look at what they did on the military base.
That's
all
fair.
them dudes is dead.
That's those are intangibles. Like, you can't calculate that.
No, it's not.
But what you can calculate is the fact that you know that Will has a direct line to everything that he's doing, and he knows that he can see, and he did it that way on purpose. He knew that he would see, and that Nancy would go, and that they would be there. Like, you don't think that wasn't calculated a little bit? I think
cold and calculated, man.
Yes, I think very calculated.
The act in itself was calculated. I think them surviving was not part of the plan.
Vecna don't make that mistake.
I'm telling you,
that was on purpose.
The Demogorgons.
Yes,
but the
listen,
Demogorgons are all connected.
The Demogorgons never leave people alive. DB, listen, they don't leave people alive. They don't leave people bleeding out to die. They just fucking kill them.
They finish.
Do you see what I'm saying?
That they mean to kill.
They will continue to kill them until they're dead.
That is true.
They didn't.
They didn't
They
waste not
swiped them
one.
and left.
Exactly. Every soldier on that base is freaking dead because they made sure they're dead.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's a little
where
different.
my argument is.
Nah, it's not different.
Let's get into that though. Since you brought it up.
Let's hit the segue.
Let's go.
So Vecna storms the Hawkins military compound, declares Will his original test run, and begins taking the children as vessels, only for Will, inspired by memories of his friends, to unlock his own telekinetic powers and stop the Demogorgons mid-attack, confirming the long-running fan theory.
And that main memory is because my boy, all right, my man's told him, he said, "Yo, bro, you are the key cog in this." And I said it too. I said he's the glue. He's the motherfucking glue. He told him that he's more powerful than he even believes yet, and he's gonna save all of them. And I thought, yo, he might fuck around and give them powers, yo. This might be fun at the end.
Well, here's the thing. I think so. Let me ask you a question. So, everybody's there, right? And everyone's split up. Vecna comes out, right? He comes walking through that upside down gate, right? He comes out. You get Joyce, who runs up to him. He does not kill Joyce. He does not kill Joyce. He could have, but he didn't, because Joyce isn't supposed to die yet. He needs her.
Let me say
because if he would have killed Joyce right then, I don't think that he would have gotten what he wanted out of Will. I think that when he went up there, everybody is saying that, or not everybody, I'm saying he went up there and he basically said, "You are worthless to me. You are the weakest. You showed me how to get all of these other kids and that this could be possible, but you were the weakest mind." And basically said that he was nothing, right? And then he didn't need him. And then he turned around and he left. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, he's just, underestimating his powers. It's going to come back to bite him now." And I'm like, no, he activated him right then. He said, "You can see." He said, "Can you see them?" He showed him what he wanted him to see. He knew how powerful he was, and he knew that it was going to take something like this to make those powers activate on his own. So he thinks that they're his.
All right. Can I say something?
That's deep.
So, one thing I want to say before we move on is, what did you say earlier in the last segment? Why he didn't kill her?
No, say it. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Because they were friends, like, back then.
I think so too. I agree. I think that part of it is that Henry has attachments to these people, and I don't think that the Henry part of Vecna really wants all of this, right?
So we're speaking about the part in the barn? Where he didn't kill her, that part?
No,
when he threw her.
About Karen.
Oh, when he tossed her.
And then when he tossed her.
Yeah, because he could have killed her.
He could have killed Joyce right then, but he didn't.
Yeah, he just said.
He just discarded her real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, which kind
Let
of also
everybody
makes
know
me
that they're
think mother
insignificant.
of his child.
Yeah, I can't kill baby mom, son. I'm not out here to raise him, yo.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be
mean, it
surprised.
could be,
I
but
wouldn't be
also
surprised.
like he has an attachment to her, or he wasn't ready for that yet because he needed to unlock Will. If he would have killed mom, it wouldn't have been as good. I also think it's interesting that Will's powers come from a place of of empathy and peace and love. Does anybody notice that every time 11 uses her powers, it comes from a place of anger and pain and violence?
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's how she came up though. She came up scared.
But so did he.
Fear usually turns into anger. But he had love and nurturing around him. He
That's
had
true.
his mother.
Do you think that it could go the other way? Do you think that he could get 11 and 11 could be bad and then Will would be good?
That'd be good. That'd be a good twist.
That would be a twist that no one really
She wanted to die anyway.
Because she's angry.
Damn, son.
So let me ask you a question.
Elle wants to die? I don't get the impression Elle wants to die.
Nah.
Let me ask you a question. So suggested, did you notice this? I said this to Aubrey. She said it didn't make sense. But did you notice, or does it not make sense, that 11 does it like this and Will does it like this?
Yes. And I think it's because Will got his powers in the upside. Will is like Vecna. If you watch Vecna, that's how he does his stuff. But Henry was above, and so is 11. They came from there, but Will's powers come from the upside down to me. Like that's where he got them.
Told you.
11's powers came from 1.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? But
Yes,
his powers came from Vecna.
Who's also 1.
Yes, but what happened to 1 in the upside down afterwards?
Yeah, the Vecna
is what Will has, which to me makes him maybe even more powerful than Elle, possibly.
Firestarter vibes though.
Yeah, for sure. And the whole last scene when he like wipes his nose, I was like, oh, yeah, so good. But also there was something I read which is cool. I know, but something else I saw too, on there that I read, which is cool, is remember how you guys were talking about rolling the dice and going to 20 and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, 1, 11, and 8 make 20, and he has 1's powers, so it could be the 3 of them.
Okay.
Together.
That's a good
twist. Yeah.
That's definitely a good observation.
Robin's speech was amazing, by the way.
Oh, Robin was great. I loved her.
She's crushing it right
now.
now.
Robin is killing it.
She's doing so good.
Probably about as pivotal a character.
She's probably
not gonna die.
How much screen time she's getting.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. If they get rid of somebody, it could be one of those.
I love her.
Like Robin.
So
Robin.
before we continue, how we looking on time? How you guys doing?
I'm good.
Because we've got the pop culture references and then a couple more bits.
You can leave if you want.
So I could skip the pop culture stuff and kind of.
No, I don't want to skip nothing. It's up to Jess.
Yeah,
I gotta. Okay. I just have to, do mom things at some point, but I'm here.
All right, so I'm gonna get into the final season. Basically, the final season continues the show's tradition of referencing 1980 films and media, as well as the extended Stranger Things universe. So, as Jess said earlier, the first Shadow connections, Max and Holly's cave hideout is the same Nevada cave system tied to young Henry Creel's first upside down encounter in the prequel play, and the Oklahoma post in the Mindscape also nods to the play. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little long-winded, but I'm gonna skip it. So
I don't know why my camera. There it goes. Okay.
I will come back to it. If I can get through these really quick, I'll go back to it. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. The Turnbull House booby traps aren't Home Alone nod. They're a callback to A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
Stranger Things has teased this connection from the start by naming his heroine Nancy after Craven's protagonist, like Nancy Thompson, who lures Freddy Krueger into the real world using do-it-yourself traps. The kids use similar tactics here. The show even cemented the homage by casting Freddy himself, Robert Englund, in season 4.
Yes.
Chance, did you pick this up? Jake the Snake. The season opens with a doomed snake named Jake, almost certainly a nod to wrestler Jake the Snake Roberts, who rose to fame in the mid-'80s for bringing real snakes into the ring. Roberts' iconic nickname and peak popularity in 1986 make the reference feel intentional?
Yes, we did. It was amazing.
I think just like this Rainbow Bright one. Holly's room is packed with 80 staples, including Rainbow Bright, a 1984 Hallmark character whose story features a bright young heroine venturing into a dark underground world called the Pit. The upside down parallels are hard to miss, making the reference feel like playful foreshadowing. The Goonies, Eleven's upside down outfit, down to the bandana, is styled after Brand from the Goonies.
Looks just like him. Yep.
Universal Soldier, Hopper story about soldiers wearing severed ears is a wry callback to Dolph Lundgren's Sergeant Scott in Universal Soldier. Poltergeist and Aliens, Holly being bullied through the portal mirror. Through the portal mirror's poltergeist, as does Karen and Holly's bathtub moment. Karen's final showdown with the Demogorgon channels Ripley's protective "get away from her, you bitch" ferocity from Aliens. The Duffer Brothers intentionally modeled Vecna's entrance in season 5 after Darth Vader's hallway scene in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The goal was to create a similarly intimidating and powerful moment that emphasized the villain's scary presence as he moved through a military gate.
It makes the "I am your father" not so far away.
Everything intentional.
You can tell they're very inspired by a lot of old movies and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I think that the one that you said that is the most to me is the Nightmare on Elm Street. There's so much Nightmare on Elm Street, I feel like, in a lot of how these things happen, especially with the whole being inside the mind type stuff too. Is definitely like a dream sequence type situation as well. It's really cool.
I've always seen Vecna like a Freddy.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
upside down is the dream.
I wouldn't want to be in a coma with Freddy lurking. So
yeah, me neither.
Nah.
All right, y'all. Real quick, who's been your favorite team up so far?
Who's been my what?
Favorite
team up.
And
you got Mike and Nancy, Robin and Will, 11 and Hop, Max and Holly, and then Dustin, Jonathan, and Steve.
I think Will and Robin.
Will and Robin, okay.
Because
Max and Holly.
Steve acting like a little bitch.
Max and Holly.
Max and Holly.
I like the storyline, I think, of Max and Holly the most. I'm excited to see what they do with that. But I did like the Steve, Jonathan, Dustin, especially towards the end. Towards the end, when they took the beamer into the upside down and stuff, I was starting to see that like team up that I like about them in there.
Yeah.
I was starting to kind of get back into that place.
I do not like Steve, John, and Nancy together. I think that shit is just pointless.
No,
it's a cool, unlikely pairing. No, I think that works. I think it was a cool team up, but I just feel like Max and Holly they take the cake for real.
They did. I didn't like that one thing that he said to Steve about being a male chauvinistic, asshole, basically saying that he didn't care about anybody but himself and being selfish. I think that's what he called him, right? A selfish chauvinistic asshole or something like that. He called him, and I'm like, man, this just reads bad for Steve for later because he's going to do something that is not any of those things to save people, and it makes me concerned for his well-being.
Sacrifice yourself, my nigga.
See ya.
Redeem yourself.
I think Jonathan is speaking from a place of jealousy, though.
Yeah,
jealousy. He's in pole position.
Hold up, my boy, because there's a rhyme to my reason, right? At the beginning of this, of I think episode 3. As a matter of fact, it might have started right away from episode 1 where they kind of get into that
they climbing the pole thing,
for Nancy's affection and stuff like that, right?
That's so corny to me.
But he's threatened by Steve because he says he's threatened by Steve.
Yeah.
Well, Steve is the first flame, and he's still right there.
I just don't know why we still doing this storyline.
And Nancy not shutting that down at all. It's not like
there you go. There you go.
Like
right?
she keep that door.
I'm saying she corny too.
She is corny. All right, I'll keep it a whole 100. Nancy is not Nancy Drew, son. She's corny.
Jonathan need to cut his.
She was great in season 3. Again, season 3 was the epitome for all these guys. They peaked there, okay?
Yeah, there's a lot of peaking going on in season 3, yo. Because I actually like Nancy then. That's
me
crazy.
too. I've been watching this season. I'm like, damn. I'm like, she was so good in this.
What happened to y'all?
They almost died.
It's good writing. It's good writing. We already said about we already talked about how we feel about Dr. K. How does 11 sister Callie fit into the end game?
Well, she's obviously really strong, so I'm pretty sure that's gonna come in effect of what maybe some more training of 11, or maybe just they need that extra power.
Callie's gonna
Yeah,
sacrifice herself, don't you
I
think?
think she is too. I think she is too. Or maybe that's what they
Sure.
all want us to think, and she ends up living and 11 dies. That would just be so fucked up, wouldn't it? But
Why they gotta do my man's like that?
but I doubt it. But I think her power is really interesting. You guys remember what she can do, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that that's going to be really helpful because when you have someone that can control that many minds at one time from the upside down, like Will obviously can with the Demogorgons and stuff and multiples, and then you have 11, you know, who is super strong, and then Callie can make you see whatever she wants you to see. So she could actually make Vecna think maybe that he's somewhere that he isn't, and help with a distraction until he figures it out. You know what I mean? Like it could be something like that while they're trying to get the kids out of there.
Yeah.
Just one more month so we find out.
Oh my God. No one talk to me on Christmas, okay? Like everyone leave me the fuck alone on Christmas.
For real.
Go be
Merry
our presents and
Christmas.
leave me be, son.
Tell me tomorrow.
So real quick, I want to read you guys a transcript from 11 and Mike's rooftop scene at the radio station, right? It feels like foreshadowing. After I read it, I need the squad to weigh in, right? So
yep.
Keep up. 11. If Will has a feeling, Mike, then it means something. So maybe tonight, our break, maybe our last crawl, we find Vecna and we end this once and for all. 11. And then what happens? Mike, you mean after you totally demolish Vecna? 11, chuckle softly. Mike, in my campaigns, if the party wins, then they all live happily ever after. 11, happily how? Mike, well, usually what happens is the party doesn't return to their local village because too much has happened. They've seen too much, so they travel to a faraway land, a peaceful land, somewhere beautiful with like 3 waterfalls or something, and they all start again together. 11, do you think that could be real for us? Mike, yeah, of course. I mean, not the 3 waterfalls part, but the other stuff, yeah, of course. If Vecna's gone, then what's stopping us? What do we think?
I think that was very telling and foreshadowing to the ending that y'all talk about too, about you know, this being a game and kind of how it concludes. I never felt like 11 could die. Like if she was gonna die, she would have died already. You know, we kind of crossed that road too where we felt like she was going. And so we're not revisiting that, man. Yeah, I see it.
I think we can get out of there with the core party, the originals. I think it's very possible. I think we will see some deaths that are going to be sad from some secondaries, but I think that the core group of those kids, we're going to keep them.
Yeah, I think.
And where Hawkins at? It's in Indiana?
Yeah.
Who the hell want to be there? They're going to be happy as hell to move up out of there when this shit is done.
Maybe they'll go back to California.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to see the, what's his name? Argyle will show up at the very end. And they're at the pizza place getting pineapple on pizza.
I think it goes back to what I said last week, that when the cast kept on talking about, oh, everybody's going to be happy. I don't think if you know one of their faves is going to die, you're not going to say that they're going to be happy.
Yeah.
I think the Duffers have done a good job of kind of like introducing like these one-offs. They get you attached to them, and they kind of accomplish that without sacrificing like the
main character.
Right, like it still is going to be like what they promise. It will be something crazy violent, but it's not going to be. We're not going to see it happen to like Dustin.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
If nobody from the core dies, you guys are okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I feel like it's a letdown.
No, because what DB said it perfect. They did a great job of introducing characters for us to get attached to, for them to also kill and us be like, damn, son, he died.
Yep.
And they gave us what we needed with that.
And they said it wasn't going to be like Game of Thrones. So right off the bat, you know.
That's my segue, Jess.
Oh, okay.
All over Twitter. Look, man. Mother of Dragons over Stranger Things, and as much as Stranger Things touches my heart and soul as a child to my adult age now, and with the nostalgia and everything I wish that we still kind of had in our communities, Game of Thrones is still first.
Yeah.
Everybody else is second.
Nah, I think if Stranger Things sticks to landing, at least for me, it'll move up. I'll move it up a couple of notches.
That Game of
You want
Thrones
to move it
ending
up
was
past
so
Game of
bad.
Thrones? Yes or no?
That ending
Because of that
was so
ending?
ass. It knocks it down a couple notches.
A couple of notches.
A couple notches, man.
There is no couple notches. Look,
that
was
final
bad.
season, that final season, with the exception of a few episodes, was
7 seasons of greatness.
Yeah, that shit was amazing.
Of near perfection. Not done before
How you
ever.
finish matters.
Perfection.
How you finish matters.
Yo, they have ratings not done ever in human history. They're actually on TV. This is just Netflix ratings.
Besides the last season,
on TV.
Besides the last season, you can go back and watch Game of Thrones again. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I thought it was gonna be a hot take. I was gonna say last week. Besides the new season that just happened right now, rewatching the old seasons to get ready for this new season, it didn't have a playback value for me. Like I wasn't like, oh shit, I'm glad I watched this again.
Season 3. I'm telling you, season 3 had that for me.
I've watched all of them multiple times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen every season at least 2 or 3 times.
Season 3 and 4 were really great.
Yeah,
Season
to me,
2
it has super replay value. Like there's certain things in Game of Thrones that like I won't watch. Like I know what episodes I'll go back and watch for Game of Thrones. Like
straight them down, goat show, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
it is.
The show is great. There was nothing like it, when it was going.
But that ending knocks it down a couple notches.
Not enough for anybody else to overtake them.
I'm telling you, I could literally go back and start episode 1 right now and go all the way to the end again.
Listen, in fairness,
we can't talk about Game of Thrones right now because I have so many things to say. We will just totally derail this episode if we do this.
I was just asking how y'all felt, so clearly we know how y'all feel.
We'll revisit this.
Stranger Things could be number 1. I'm not going to deny that they could, and I wouldn't be mad, but I just feel like it's Game of Thrones still.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
This like Dustin and Steve in the car. Good.
Mm-hmm. That scene when he put the antenna thingy on top of the BMW was so funny.
Oh, yeah, when he's telling me, don't
he looked at it and was like, I got an idea, yo.
And disrespectful.
Yeah, so
and
much.
FYI for people at home, as a handyman, you cannot use a grommet to bust through the roof of a car.
No.
You need something a little more heavy duty.
Yeah. that battery would have died so quick.
Yeah, like it was just not,
Hold
no
on, what
tape,
did he use?
no nothing. He just
one of those little
metal on metal. No way.
No, that shit that he used is the same thing that they used to bolt shit down onto the van.
Nah, it was a grommet. It's what you used to like put holes through wood and stuff.
Hey, DB, no.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they make drill tips for it to go through steel.
Yeah, but that one wasn't it.
And they weren't using they weren't using that on wood. Remember, they
oh my
used
God,
that
I
on
don't
the
even
truck.
know. I didn't mean to open that can of worms, you
They
guys.
used
I
it
didn't
on the
know that
van.
was a thing.
So clearly, it's clear. It's graded for metal if they use it on the van. So if you can use it on the van, you can use it on the BM. And the BM is one of my favorite cars. So I felt the way.
Just to move on.
I felt for Steve that day. I was like, Steve said I fight.
Not the beam.
Not the Beamer, bro.
What's the next segue?
The next segue.
That's it. We ran through the pop culture segments. Yeah, that's it pretty much.
That's it, y'all.
You already know, 9:58 Eastern time.
We'll see y'all in a month. You know what I'm saying?
See us about. We still gonna be talking other shit.
Oh yeah, see y'all about this in a month.
Yeah.
I'm about to make the viewers think that they can take off a month.
Please don't. Please don't. In fact, I'm gonna remind y'all not to take off a month because I'm not taking off a shit. I got shit's lined up, yo. It's holiday season. Popping.
You already know.
What's the tagline?
Same squad, man.
Same pod, same squad. Geeked out.
Tuned in.
2. Geeked out. Same pod. Same squad.